Maya took a deep breath as she stood outside the grand mansion, her heart racing with a mix of nerves and excitement. At just 20 years old, she was about to begin her first day as a maid in the home of Mr. Jun, the powerful Korean mafia boss known for his ruthless reputation. Dressed in her dark blue maid dress, she adjusted her apron and stepped inside, hoping to make a good impression. The mansion was filled with luxurious decor and vibrant colors, which made Maya feel both awed and intimidated. She had always dreamed of working in a place like this, but never imagined it would be connected to someone so feared. As she moved through the halls, she couldn't shake off the feeling that this job was more than just cleaning. It felt like a step into another world. While dusting the study later that day, Maya's eyes caught something unexpected. A large portrait hung majestically on the wall. Her breath hitched as recognition flooded over her. It was a picture of her mother, who had passed away years ago. "Why is my mom's photo in your mansion?" she whispered, unable to comprehend what this meant for her new life and the man behind this strange mystery. As Maya moved cautiously through the vast mansion, she marveled at its opulence. The walls were lined with intricate gold detailing, and the floors gleamed from meticulous polishing. This was a place of wealth and power, all tied to Mr. Jun, the feared mafia boss who wielded influence with a single glance. As Maya dusted various rooms, her heart raced. She felt like she was walking on hallowed ground. Eventually, she stumbled upon an imposing wooden door adorned with carvings that hinted at secrets within. Curiosity tugged at her, and she gently pushed it open, revealing an expansive study filled with rich mahogany furniture and enormous bookshelves. But it was the sight on the wall that froze her in place, a gigantic portrait of her mother. Maya's breath caught in her throat as she recognized the kind smile that had once brought her comfort during dark times. With tears brimming in her eyes, she stepped closer to the painting. "Why is my mom's photo in your mansion?" she whispered, feeling a whirlwind of emotions. The portrait held memories of love and loss, and now it seemed intertwined with a deeper mystery connected to the powerful mafia boss himself. Maya stood frozen in front of the portrait, a storm of emotions swirling inside her. Confusion mixed with a deep sense of loss as she gazed at her mother's smiling face. Memories flooded back, the warmth of her mother's hug, the sound of her laughter, and the stories she used to tell. "Why is my mom's photo in your mansion?" she whispered again, this time louder, her voice trembling. Just then, the door creaked open behind her. Mr. Jun entered the study, his presence commanding and intimidating. You found it," he said calmly, observing Maya's shock. She turned to face him, determination flashing in her eyes despite the fear that gripped her heart. "Why do you have this?" she demanded, pointing at the painting. As a powerful mafia boss, Mr. Jun was known for his ruthlessness, but in this moment, his expression softened slightly. "Your mother was my nanny," he revealed quietly. "She cared for me when I was a child." Maya felt a mix of surprise and anger. "You've been looking for me?" she asked incredulously, her mind racing with questions about how this connection could change everything she thought she knew about her past and the dangerous world around them. Maya took a deep breath, her heart pounding as she steeled herself to confront Mr. Jun. The sight of her mother's portrait still lingered in her mind, fueling her mixture of anger and sadness. She stepped into the grand study where he was reviewing papers, his sharp eyes glancing up at her. "Why is my mom's photo in your mansion?" she demanded, determination burning within her. Mr. Jun raised an eyebrow, momentarily taken aback by her boldness. "I had hoped you would find it," he replied smoothly, his voice calm yet authoritative, clearly the powerful mafia boss that everyone feared. "Your mother was very special to me." "Special?" Maya echoed incredulously, frustration rising. "How can you call her special while keeping her memory trapped in this place? You've been looking for me all this time?" He stood up slowly, crossing his arms as he regarded her with intensity. "Your mother cared for me when I was a child. She was like family," he said softly. The tension between them thickened as Maya processed his words. Her anger began to soften but was replaced by confusion and an urgent need to uncover the truth behind their shared past and what it meant for her future in this dangerous world. Mr. June took a step closer, his expression shifting from surprise to a serious calmness. "You have to understand, Maya," he began, his voice steady yet warm. "Your mother was not just an employee. She was my nanny. She cared for me when I was young, and she brought joy into my life during difficult times." Maya's heart raced as she processed his words. "But why keep her portrait here?" she asked, still grappling with her emotions. "Because she meant the world to me," Mr. June replied earnestly. "Her kindness shaped who I am today. When I lost her, it felt like losing a part of myself." His eyes softened as he recalled memories of her laughter filling the mansion, contrasting sharply with the dark world he now inhabited as a mafia boss. Maya felt a wave of empathy wash over her. "You admired her?" she questioned, intrigued by this side of him that seemed so genuine and vulnerable. "Yes," he confirmed, looking directly into her eyes. "She taught me compassion in a world that often lacks it. I've been searching for you because I wanted to honor her memory and hopefully help you find your way." The weight of their shared history began to settle between them, opening up new possibilities in their complicated connection. Mr. June's gaze softened further as he continued. "After your mother passed away, I learned that you were out there, alone and without her guidance. I've been searching for you ever since because I wanted to offer my help." Maya felt a mix of emotions at his words. "Help?" she questioned, her voice trembling slightly. "Why would a powerful mafia boss care about me?" Mr. June took a step closer, sincerity radiating from him. "Because your mother took care of me, and I feel responsible. I know how difficult life can be, especially after losing someone you love." His tone was earnest, revealing a side of him that was not just the feared mafia boss. "But I don't want charity," Maya replied, shaking her head. "I want to find my own way." "I understand," he said, nodding slowly. "But please allow me to support you in whatever you choose. Your mother would have wanted that." The offer hung between them, heavy with meaning. Suddenly, the walls of their estranged relationship began to crumble, replaced by a tentative bridge built on shared loss and an unexpected bond. Maya could feel the stirrings of hope, unsure yet intrigued by the possibilities that lay ahead in this uncharted territory of their intertwined lives. As Maya spent more time with Mr. June, an unsettling realization began to surface. "You mentioned my mother brought joy into your life," she said, her voice steady but curious. "But did she ever mention anything about how she died?" Mr. June's expression darkened, the weight of unspoken truths hanging heavily in the air. "Her death was complicated," he admitted reluctantly. "It was linked to a power struggle within the mafia." Maya's heart sank as she listened intently. "What do you mean? Was it because of you?" She felt a knot tighten in her stomach, as if the very foundation of her understanding of her mother's life was about to crumble. "She was caught in the middle of dangerous games," Mr. June explained, his voice low and grave. "People wanted to control everything, and your mother paid the price for her loyalty." Maya felt a mix of anger and sorrow surge within her. "Loyalty? To whom? Why didn't I know about this?" Mr. June shook his head sadly. "It was meant to protect you and your family from that world." His words hung between them, intensifying the mystery surrounding her mother's death and filling Maya with a fierce determination to uncover the truth behind the dark secrets that haunted their pasts. As days turned into weeks, Maya and Mr. June found themselves drawn to each other in unexpected ways. Their conversations began to shift from the shadows of the past to dreams of what could be. In quiet moments, they would share their hopes, Maya about forging a brighter future for herself, and Mr. June about breaking free from the burdens of his mafia legacy. One afternoon, as they sat on the terrace overlooking the sprawling gardens, Maya said thoughtfully, "It's strange how our lives are intertwined through such tragedy." She looked at him, her heart racing as she felt a spark between them. "But maybe we can find hope together." Mr. June nodded, his gaze intense. "You've brought light into my life during the darkest times," he confessed. "I never expected to feel this way about someone after everything that has happened." Maya's breath caught in her throat, his words held weight and promise. There was an undeniable chemistry growing, even amid the darkness that surrounded their lives. As they continued to share stories and laughter, their bond deepened, hinting at a dark yet romantic relationship blossoming under the weight of their shared history, a relationship that might just hold the power to heal their wounds and transform their futures. Just as their bond began to flourish, a dark shadow loomed over Maya and Mr. June's newfound connection. Whispers of rival gangs reached Mr. June's ears, murmurs of unrest that sent chills down his spine. The rival faction saw Maya not just as the maid in his mansion but as a target due to her mother's past ties to the Mafia. A sense of urgency gripped Mr. June. He needed to protect her. One evening, while they shared dinner, the atmosphere shifted ominously. "We need to talk," he said, his expression serious as he leaned closer to her across the table. "There's been talk among rival gangs about your family. They know who you are and could see you as leverage against me." Maya's heart raced, fear creeping into her chest. "What do you mean? Why would they come after me?" "Because they want to hurt me by hurting those I care about," he explained, gripping her hand firmly for reassurance. "I won't let that happen." As tension mounted around them, Maya felt the weight of danger pressing down harder than ever before. With threats closing in, she realized that their dark romance was marked not just by emotional healing but also by an urgent need for survival in a world where trust was scarce and enemies lurked in every shadow. As the threat from rival gangs intensified, Mr. June's fierce nature as the powerful mafia boss came to the forefront. He swiftly mobilized his men, directing them with precision and authority, showcasing his dominance in a world rife with danger. "Protect Maya at all costs," he commanded, his voice firm and unwavering, revealing his deepening feelings for her as he prioritized her safety above all else. One night, Maya found herself startled awake by the sound of raised voices outside the mansion. She rushed to Mr. June's side, fear etched across her face. "What's happening?" she asked, her heart racing. "Stay close to me," he instructed, his eyes narrowing as he stepped protectively in front of her. He could sense the impending danger, and with each passing moment, his resolve only strengthened. When rival gang members burst in, Mr. June confronted them with an intensity that displayed both power and determination. "You want to threaten me? You'll have to get through me first," he growled, his protective instincts igniting a fierce fire within him. Maya watched in awe as he demonstrated strength and bravery in the face of danger, realizing that their bond was not only emotional but also rooted in a shared fight for survival. In that moment, she understood just how far he would go to keep her safe, deepening her feelings for him amidst the chaos. As Maya and Mr. June faced escalating threats from rival gangs, their bond was put to the test. One fateful evening, while they were discussing their plans for a safer future, a group of menacing figures stormed into the mansion, demanding to speak with Mr. June. "You think you can hide behind your walls, Mafia boss?" one of the intruders sneered, his voice dripping with disdain. Mr. June stood tall, his eyes narrowed with defiance. "You'll regret stepping onto my property," he warned, his voice low and dangerous. Maya felt a surge of fear but also a fierce determination to stand by his side. "I'm not afraid," she declared, surprising herself. Mr. June glanced at her, admiration shining in his eyes. As tension crackled in the air, the confrontation escalated into chaos. Maya watched as Mr. June battled the intruders with a combination of skill and grace, showcasing his fierce nature as a powerful mafia boss. Together, they fought back against the attackers, united against the odds. In that moment of conflict, Maya realized that their challenges only strengthened their connection. They were not just fighting for survival, they were also forging an unbreakable bond that would carry them through whatever darkness lay ahead. After the chaos of the attack subsided, Maya and Mr. June found a moment of peace in the shadows of the mansion. The events of the night weighed heavily on them, and as they sat together, Mr. June turned to her, his expression vulnerable for the first time. "Maya," he began, his voice trembling slightly, "there's something I need to tell you." "What is it?" she asked, her heart racing as she sensed the seriousness in his tone. "I've been through so much darkness in my life," he confessed, running a hand through his hair in frustration. "But when I met you, everything changed." You've brought light into my world during these chaotic times. Maya felt her cheeks flush. Mr. June. Please let me finish, he urged, leaning closer. I know this is dangerous and complicated, but I can't hide how I feel any longer. I love you, Maya, he admitted boldly, his eyes locking onto hers with sincerity. You mean more to me than anyone else ever has. Her breath caught in her throat as she processed his words. They hung between them like a promise. In that moment of vulnerability amidst danger, she realized that their connection had grown deep roots despite the risks surrounding them. In the aftermath of their harrowing confrontation, Mr. June took Maya to a secluded spot in the mansion's garden, where the moonlight bathed them in a soft glow. The air was thick with unspoken words, and he could feel the weight of their shared experiences pressing down on them. Maya, he began, his voice steady but filled with emotion, I know this world is dangerous, and I can't promise it will be easy. Maya looked up at him, her heart racing as she anticipated what he would say next. But I want you to be a part of my life, my world. He took a deep breath, his gaze unwavering. Will you marry me? Her eyes widened in surprise, and for a moment, she couldn't speak. The reality of his proposal settled around them like a protective shield against the chaos outside. Mr. June, are you serious? She finally managed to ask, her voice barely above a whisper. Yes, he affirmed, stepping closer. I love you, and I will protect you always. You deserve a life free from fear. Together, we can face whatever comes our way. Tears welled in her eyes as she absorbed his words. In that moment, amidst all the danger and uncertainty, Maya realized that this was not just a proposal, it was a promise of hope and love in a world that often felt dark and threatening. The day of their wedding arrived, and the atmosphere in the mansion was charged with a mix of excitement and tension. The grand hall was adorned with elegant flowers, soft candlelight flickering against the polished wood, creating an intimate yet dramatic setting. Maya stood nervously at the altar, her heart racing in her simple but beautiful gown, a stark contrast to the lavish decor around her. Mr. June entered, looking powerful and charismatic in his tailored suit, his gaze locking onto Maya with unwavering affection. As he approached her, she saw a man transformed, not just a mafia boss, but someone vulnerable and deeply in love. Their eyes spoke volumes as he took her hands in his. Today marks a new beginning for us, Mr. June said earnestly, his voice steady despite the chaos that surrounded them. I promise to protect you always and to make you part of my world. As they exchanged vows amidst whispers of danger outside, an undeniable bond formed between them. The ceremony felt like both a celebration and a shield against their tumultuous reality. It was a declaration of love against all odds. When they sealed their vows with a kiss, Maya knew they had forged not just a marriage, but an unbreakable alliance in a world where trust was scarce and danger ever-present. After their wedding, Maya and Mr. June stood together, hand in hand, as the challenges of their life connected to the mafia loomed over them like a dark cloud. They had made vows to love and protect each other, but the reality of danger was never far behind. Whispers of rival gangs seeking revenge circulated, reminding them that their blissful union came with significant risks. Maya, Mr. June said softly, his gaze steady but filled with concern, I want you to know that I'll do everything in my power to keep you safe. This world is dangerous for us. Maya squeezed his hand, her heart swelling with both fear and resolve. I trust you, she replied, her voice firm despite the uncertainty surrounding them. And I'm ready to face whatever comes our way together. Though the future held countless challenges, the bond they forged in love and loyalty gave them strength. They understood that love could not erase the darkness of their realities, but it could illuminate their path forward. Standing united against all odds, they hoped for a future where they could find peace, an oasis amidst the chaos of their lives tied to the mafia, a chance at their own happily ever after.